proceed if everyone will rise for the invitation and pledge allegiance.
Especially in right decisions, there will be and have to people in the city that are we can all get together and do what is right for the city. Thank you. Thank you. Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, guys, third, first 3 minutes. Just so you know, you ask us questions, we can't respond right now. So, who's first on?
Yeah. Good morning, Mayor. Of course, you know, I'm a citizen of Ormy, I'm a voter of Ormy, and I'll be here till I die. I just want y'all to know that. I'm so tired of going over this over and over again. I'm not talking about Chief Loretta today, I'm talking about the administrator and the commissioner. Y'all have sold your vote, in my opinion. You started of Von Army Cares with this administrator, the American Legion, and you've accepted donations for your decisions, in my opinion. So towing has gotten a lucrative paying job because of you two. Actually, you three. He also donates to your organization. How nice. How very nice. He gets probably approximately $125,000 a year annually. We get a third of that for our city. I'm assuming. When the organizational chart came toward you two, y'all didn't want it. Why, I don't know. I think it was to take the power away from the administrator that you two gave. You're sad, Commissioner. You went to a meeting to decide the fate of our chief. When the mayor asked you, could you please not have that meeting? Because his uncle was passing, or his uncle had passed, and he had to do funeral arrangements. But you, Commissioner Guzman, had the same situation prior to that. And he canceled. Now, I hear that NAF and Alcazar Trucking LLC is in operation. I don't know if it's with your help. I have no idea. But she couldn't do that with her contract, but you allowed it. Where did the money come from to get this business started? With about $50,000? My guess. She accepted applications for the last election that you, Mr. Raymond Guzman, ran in. And you knew you were illegally from running. You knew. One last comment. Chief Ruben Loretto, he's the best person for our city. He's done so much for our city as a human being. Do the right thing. He supported and cared for our community. Thank you.
Mayor and City Council, as a citizen of Mount Ormy, I'm here today to express my support for Chief Loretta and what he has done for our city and its residents. From the perspective of many community members, Chief Loretta has done more to serve and engage our citizens over the past year and a half than anyone else in this room. His commitment extends beyond his official duties. Chief Loretta and his officers regularly spend their own time and personal resources to organize community events in support of local volumes about his character and his commitment to one another. Rather than removing the restrictions that have limited the chief's ability to perform his job, the changes that were discussed more than 3 months ago, this council has instead focused its effort on him and his position. The actions taken by this council over the past several months raised serious concerns about whether the needs of the community remain the top priority. Many residents view the recent effort to remove Chief Loretto as a personal dispute involving the administrator rather than a response to any failure in performance, misconduct, or violation of his right. Additionally, statements such as, "Against my better judgment, I will vote yes," in discussing the support for the community food bank, leave residents questioning whether decisions are being made in the best interest of the people you were elected to serve. As citizens, we deserve transparency, fairness, and leadership that prioritizes the well-being of our community above personal preferences. So I ask, how can we, the citizens, trust that the actions being taken today are truly in the best interest of our community? Thank you.
Mayor, Commissioners, so for some of you that don't know my biography, my name is Ruben Loretto. I've been in law enforcement 30 years. Been a master police officer for 18 years. I'm an instructor, field training officer, but most of all, I like to get involved in the community. I have spent several $1,000s on the community out of my pocket. I have paid over $2,000 on other reserve uniforms after I was hired because the city administrator would not give me funds for that. So, and as you see, that's why I have the community here together supporting because I'm all about the community. I know I have a 5-year contract, but I've been here about a year and a half, and I see a positive things change the community's image towards our law enforcement officers. They actually have changed their attitudes, especially they're more community based. They just don't stay in the office. Office workers, I have one out there as well, responding to us. I had several officers when they needed assistance, they actually respond from the office. Apparently, the city administrator says that I was doing something wrong. I said 4 months ago, I was audited by the Texas Commission on Enforcement, having problems with it. They gave me certification. Everything was good. Now, I don't know what type of accusation are they saying that I've done since I've been here. Like I said, I've been here about a year and a half. And all my effort has actually been for the community for y'all. So, like I said, my name is Ruben Loretto, and I would actually honor my thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners, Mayor, citizens. A lot of you all know me. I've been always by the side of the chief. I came in with him. I still remember that night when Nat called him and told him he wants him here. He wants to apply. That she will do whatever it takes to bring him in. Okay? One of the requirements, if I don't remember wrong, it was a PowerPoint presentation, the commissioner's request, saying what he was going to do for the community. That the commissioners want for the chief to participate with the community, they get involved with the community, that the officers talk to the community and get to meet them. And that's what the chief has been doing since day one when we got here. Yes. I haven't received any money from the city administrator to go shopping. I am the one that goes shopping for all the events and all this stuff we do here. I'm the one that get the blessed to spend the money that he gets paid here to give back to the community. The commissioners, until far as I know, they haven't given me a penny in all these events that we did for the community that elect you to serve the community, not to serve yourselves. I don't blame you of anything what's going on because I know you only hear in a year and a half the city administrator's words. You never got to sit down with the chief and ask him, what do you think about this? I got told this. I got this. And one time the chief told me, I cannot get the commissioner's vote together in a interview to a new officer because it's against the law. I've been witness you almost every morning going to that cafe together with me sometimes and the chief to get coffee. Is that illegal or that's legal? The reason we left that place and we didn't come back, and I told Sammy, is because she didn't feel comfortable with us because she wants to discuss things with you. So the chief and I decided not to come back to the cafe. Not because we don't care for you. We care for the commissioners as much as we care for the community. But we cannot interfere with what you were doing in the cafe every morning, like this morning when I got there. You met all three together in that cafe an hour this morning previous to this meeting. I'm not gonna say that I hear what you thought, when you talk about it, because you left the moment that I left. That I got there, sorry. But I am a witness of the effort that the chief is putting for these officers. I'm the one that runs in Houston from one side to another one to order all these reserves shirts. And I am the one that gets his credit card to pay for it, not the city, not the city. So Sammy, you are so proud to be a CB. You are trained to fix, not to destroy, sir. The community is on your hands.
My speech is gonna be short, to let y'all know that we had a illegal meeting a couple of weeks ago, the way I look at it. Not very professional. We were caught down. We were having funeral services for Mark's uncle. And that meeting should have not been, none of us here, none of us around to say anything about that bad decision that was made. I don't need to call out any names, down anybody. I won't do that. That's not what kind of man I am. Just to let y'all know that I am a lifelong resident here in Ormy, Texas. Here all my life. I was born at home, not in San Antonio in the hospital. I was born here in Ormy, Texas. And my birth certificate even says that. It's in Bear County. I don't know why I don't say One Arrow. It says Bear County. I don't want to go on and on. It's just what happened here a couple of weeks ago. Not good. Not good. Thanks.
Mr. Mayor, condolences to you and your family of your loss. Citizens, since I've been here, throughout my career, is by doing the right thing. And I'm still gonna do the right thing until the chief, or acting chief, told me not to do it. Since I've been here, the chief of Ruben Loreto called me in and said, I need help. I said, you don't need any help. Yes, you do. I do. I said, you know me, either right or is it wrong? There's no but the wins. There's no one in. Mr. Mayor, since I've been here, I've seen so much unethical behavior that's unbelievable. And it's my job, sir, my duty as a peace officer to enforce the law. There's been so much fraud in the city, belongs to the citizens. And I'm gonna look into it. And I'm gonna get with the city attorney. And I'm gonna go to the DA. And I'm gonna get this news media involved with this thing. Because how
fraud is a fraud, stealing is stealing. You need to be careful. And for those that don't live in the city and apply to be a commissioner, you need to be careful. It's unethical. It's against the law. Forge a government document. That's where I stand, Mr. Mayor, and I stand with the people and the PD.
I've been with Farm Army for 7, 8 years now, and I've been through 2 chiefs. And I have been supporting the chief as much as I can. When he first came on, God knows that I was his #1 worst enemy probably. I didn't want him here. I didn't want him there. But he has proven to win the hearts of not just the citizens, because before he got here, they were undivided. The PD and the citizens, the community, was like oil and water. Right now, it's like butter and bread. It's mixing in together. And that's what I want. I want to keep serving the community, to keep it together, to keep servicing them, because that's what we are hired to do as peace officers. And I'm only speaking from a peace officer's point of view. That's what we are about, to help the community, be there for the community, and protect the community. That's what we are. So that's my ending statement. So we just talked about pledge of allegiance, and we said liberty, justice for all, and that's what I agree with. Dear City Manager and members of the Commission, local citizens are demanding that the Mayor and City Commission immediately halt any efforts to terminate, alter, or buy out the Chief's contract. A 5-year contract at that. Community organizers warned that attempting to break a long-term contract without cause exposes a Type A general law municipality to sever financial liability, potential legal battles, and extensive severance payouts, all at the expense of the Von Army taxpayers. The Chief of Von Army, Ruben Loretto, has close to 30 years of law enforcement experience and has earned the community's trust. If there is no real documented cause, then firing him is nothing more than a political move that will cost Von Army taxpayers thousands of dollars in unnecessary severance. The commission absolutely has the legal authority to govern, but they also have a legal responsibility to honor the contracts that they sign. A 5-year contract is a commitment to Von Army families. As city manager, your primary duty is to safeguard the city's budget. Funding a costly contract dispute or an arbitrary buyout is a direct mismanagement of public funds. The voters are watching this decision closely and expect you to act in the best financial interest of Von Army residents. We request that the city publicly commit to honoring this contract. Let us remind elected officials that severance payouts and legal defense costs come at taxpayer pockets. Again, the commission has not provided the public with any clear justifiable reason for this sudden move. The mayor and the commissioners have 2-year terms and have to face these exact voters at the ballot box. So ignoring the citizens of Von Army means ignoring the very people who put them in office.
Amen. Remember that.
We ask for the public transparency, and the citizens of Von Army demand that the projected cost for any proposed buyout or legal battle be placed on the agenda for a transparent public vote. The citizens of Von Army's expectations are clear, and we will conclude by asking the commission to explicitly confirm on the record that no taxpayer dollars will be used to settle a contract without justifiable costs. Honor the contract for Chief Ruben Loretto that you signed. It is your legal responsibility to honor it. The voters are watching you.
The little boy, who's the little boy? No, I think he left.
Which one? There's 2 of them.
I think it's him.
Well,
Okay,
I-
who did- they got
No,
the first
both
one.
of us signed up.
But you signed up first before that.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
then
Go ahead.
we can hear one of that. It's okay.
It was you.
It was you. No, who were that in?
So I'm David Alvarez, you can tell from when you read the paper. Besides that, none of you guys know me except Sam, because he saw me as a little kid grow up in the city. I was born and raised here in this city. I bleed from my city, and so does that police officer right there, that chief standing right there. He's the only person out of every one of you guys here that's actually got to know people here in the city. And the little time that he knows, I think he knows more about all these people in the city except you guys. And the corruption that goes on, we see it. We're tired of it. A lot of people here live, month to month because they're retired, they're disabled, and this city is built on. This city has one of the largest disabilities in Texas because there is facts to state that on the national website, and that shows it. So you guys are harming the people that you're supposed to be protecting by stealing their money, their funds. Now we finally have a police chief that's sticking up for us, that wants to do better for the city. And what do you guys try to do? Boot him because he's doing the right thing? That's nonsense. And now, if you fired him, of course I would sue you guys. Then that comes out of our pockets too. That doesn't come out of your pockets. You get to live your lavish life, well, we have to pay for that as well. I'm tired of seeing police chiefs come and go. I've seen too much hate in this city for the cops here from their own citizens. This is the first year where I can truly say that Von Ormy actually feels like a city's coming together. I think citizens have more respect for their officers. I personally had a dispute with one of your officers here. I don't care about that. Why? Because since he stepped in, he's made it a better place. He's actually, I think, shown them what it means to be a representative of this city. And he shows it greatly. So I'm here just to speak on his behalf and on what he's done for us. He got to know us, he goes to our home, he got to sit there and talk to us about, things that needed to be taken care of. And we asked him on things that we tried to come here and ask the city, and they wouldn't respond to us. So we get more out of somebody that isn't a director here that's supposed to answer for us, and they don't. The only one that does is this man here. So why are we gonna boot the only guy that's actually trying to do something for our city? You guys have 2 years left. Some of you guys have 2 years left. When those 2 years are up, believe me, because of the way that things have been going, you guys are not going to see 2 years after that. I promise.
Amen.
Because everybody here knows us, and our city is going to stand up. We're not going to vote for you guys. I promise you that. And I'm telling you personally myself. But I will vote for his reinstatement after the 5 years are up. Why? Because he's been great to the city, and that's personal talk. So learn your citizens. Learn what they need, not what your needs are, their needs. You get paid to serve them, not yourself. That's all I have to say.
Good job.
That was all the citizens we heard, and we want to agenda item number one, deliberation on appointment, employment, evaluation, assignment, duty, discipline, dismissal of an officer or employee to Chief Police Loretta. I received a letter from Mr. Loretta's attorney, Yolanda, requesting this be open session. So I'm honored that. First, I thank everybody for coming in and chiming in. It's an overwhelming, show of support, and that's what we got on my behalf. One of my chief concerns as mayor is that we follow due process, so we give everybody, treat everybody fairly and equally. I do have a few issues with the fact that to my knowledge, Chief Loretta doesn't even know what he's being accused of. And that's not appropriate. I also kind of believe that anything we do internally, even if it's done on the up and up, is not going to have the credibility or perception of credibility that to make an honest decision. So I confer with the city attorney that suggested that if there is an investigation, it needs to be external, it needs to be a third party with somebody with no ties to anyone in the city or independent, so we can get to what is actually being accused and what actually occurred, and we can act on accurate information, not anything else. So with that, I know Jacob, you discussed that, and I believe that was also your recommendation.
Right, I think, I'd like to
go into executive session to discuss with y'all, our briefing and consultation in executive session, and we can come out based on what we decide to do from there. After discussing it with y'all, but I think that needs to be a consultation with the attorney.
So just for clarification, if you do go into executive session, the scope will only be, third-party investigations, not the merits of the claims. Because that's what's been, still, the request is still there, that anything regarding the merits or whatever should be vetted on this.
That's our request, Mr. Mayor, I appreciate it.
Okay, so with that, I guess we'll go into an executive session, so let's discuss our options about third-party investigation. So fortunately, we do executive session, I ask you, the building, we don't have a separate chamber, and we'll call everyone back in